He was trying to sell Kunta on changing the CG to GC because he was from Farouz. Fish name came up. Gumby went crazy. Fish ain't got no business telling you nothing. Fish is from the East Coasters. East Coast and Hoovers are sworn enemies. I don't want to hear nothing.
What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? We're Sharp Tapping ANT and Trap News Network. Back in the same, like cook, cracking the same here at 10 and Trap News Network. It's like good news you can use. Good knowledge you think you're not finna get nobody's college. G, big dog, tap it to make sure I'm fact. Tap in with that tap in, like, comment, subscribe, everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that news you can use, that knowledge you ain't finna get in nobody's college, big dog. It's the knowledge you think you're not finna get nobody's college in 10. Big dog, hit us with a like, with a comment, with a good subscribe, everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. For this line over here, man, we got OG Gumby, OG Fish, East Coast Crip versus Hoovers, getting into a confrontation. Just finna jump into it, man. This is gonna get ugly before it gets better, but let's hope these gentlemen can work it out. In the meantime, between time, we're gonna take y'all over to Young ANT JEFE to see exactly what's going on. This news we can use. It's knowledge you ain't finna get in nobody's college. Let's get into it. Let's go.
That no East Coast told you about Hoover business. He got no business politicking or telling you anything when it comes to Hoover Street. Kunta couldn't see past that based on his blind loyalty and his dedication and probably, just however him and Fish came together in a game that Fish have gave him has been instrumental in his life, probably in something, he held dear like a Bible and ran with it. So, he was there basically, defending Fish. Like, nah, we ain't about to do that. Like, that's big bro, that's the homie, you know what I'm saying? That's big dog type situation. Now what I'm coming to find out, I think that this podcast may have been up in Vegas that Kunta and Gumby was at. Now, since they did that podcast, we've been seeing both of them on different podcasts, crashing out, going at each other, saying this, saying that. And I really didn't know where this situation stemmed from. But now I'm kind of hearing that it got so kind of hostile at that last interview that it could have went bad. And, they're talking about people having knives, people not being patted down when they...
Yeah, it was super tricky over there, and there was some weapolas, some weapianas in the building for sure.
Into the situation, people talking about gunfights to knife fights, you know what I'm saying, to knuckle fights, man, just all type of crazy stuff. Who would have got done up, weight classes being brought up and all that. I thought they was just trying to, sort out a situation, but it seemed like this matter keep on going down a rabbit hole. So I ain't gonna hold you guys any longer. We're gonna get
a whole bunch of flu, flammery, skullduggery, and larceny a part of this for sure. There's a lot of senior citizens acting crazy.
Right into it, and y'all already know it's the halfway and the half effect. We gonna commentate.
Gumby, OG Gumby, he got real out of his body about OG LA Ron getting in Hoover business. Can you please explain to us what that was all about?
I really kind of like tripped on the process because I see Kunta was down in Las Vegas and he came out of his zone, came from Texas, and we all know Tupac got killed in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Over the same Crip stuff.
I don't think that it's the same situation, but all right.
And when Kunta was down there, and then he told me that he was gonna be doing the interview, and he didn't know Gumby was gonna be down there, so I had called a couple of my guys, Ricky Crockett and a couple of my guys that's from Vegas, just to give him some support. But man, I didn't even know a lot of those things, but it went the way it went, and I never really pretty much tripped on what he was saying because I don't never be in nobody business but Crip business. Right. I got 50 years in this. Right. So I don't have to go over to nobody else's business, but at the end of the day, I think dudes was in our business. You know what I'm saying? Because these dudes was Crips in Fort Worth. Right. You know what I'm saying? And
can you elaborate on that, Brother Ron? What you mean in our business?
Well, I think that our business is Crip business. Raymond Washington. Right. Raymond Washington, Tookie, the whole east side, west side. I have a relationship with a lot of the Crips. With all of the Crips pretty much. Long Beach, all the way to Alaska, all over South Central. And just talking about business, you know what I'm saying?
Now, this is where the controversy comes in because historically, the Hoovers once upon a time were Crips. They have, for a long time now, have been pushing the Hoover criminal alias, not really pushing the Crip aspect as much as the criminal aspect. But down there in Fort Worth, Texas, they are Crips. So as him saying, well, anything related in regards to the Crips is Crip business, which is i.e. my business, would be logical. So now we all looking at this situation from a matter of perspective, and this perspective is what's causing a lot of controversy amongst these two individual groups.
I did 33 years in the feds on business.
Right.
Crip business. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And I was born in Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's Crips down there. All around the country, you know, it's more Crips, you know, than people expect. There's a lot of Crips around the country, all over the United States.
Right.
So when a guy say you into, anybody can say I'm into somebody, but he said that. But what did the Crips say?
Right.
You know, what did, Ice-T, he hit me back and was like, you know, Ice-T familiar with the Crips. You know what I'm saying? So the support I seen online.
Just from that interview?
Yeah, I can show you. You know, Ice-T hit me with 3 of these. You know,
Right.
because I got, you know, Ice-T, Shaq, Warren G, all these guys. They pretty much tap into my stories because I talk about South Central.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? East Side, South Central, on Crenshaw and things like that, man. But you know, just being on the bar report, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
You know, we kinda
It's an
do
honor and a pleasure to have you here, Ron. You don't know.
Likewise,
You don't even know, man. I manifested this. You dig in real life. You know what I'm saying? We had a few bumps in the road, but it wasn't no bumps that put the wheels on flat.
Exactly.
You dig what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because we here now.
Yeah.
So so Kunta, you know, did his thing, what he could do in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? He was in a tough spot, if I must say, but he still held his own. He took up for you. I just didn't understand because I was caught off guard. I didn't even know nothing about it. I watched the interview a little bit on Unique Perspective. Shout out Drewski, but I didn't see where there was anything that warrant that type of reaction. So that's over with now, and now we're here.
Dallas is winning this week way.
That's the young guy happy that I don't got YouTube Premium. I got YouTube Premium.
Everybody responded. What do you think about that, Ron?
Well, you know, as you know, my name was mentioned.
Right.
You know, I think Kunta handled himself, you know, pretty good. I seen how the atmosphere. See, that's one thing about, you know, and then when I was in prison, it go from 0 to 60 in 2 seconds.
Right.
And that's pretty much what I think happened.
Right.
You know, I know Gumby been to prison. I've been to prison. Kunta been to prison. So these outbursts, you know, it comes from somewhere. You know, it comes from, you know, men talking to men. And because, you know, that's why a lot of times I don't cuss, because cussing is one step away from fighting. And that's why I try to sustain from cussing, because you might as well fight, because you call them, you know, you saying words that cutting through people's skin. And when I see my little brother Kunti was on YouTube, and I was like, man, that's my guy. And I see him held himself, you know, at the highest standard, because, you know, men sharpen men, iron sharpen iron, and you know, me and Kunta been, you know, been hanging around each other, and I think that he really handled himself, because you got to really understand, at the end of the day, you got to respect your elders. I know Gumby might be a little bit older than Kunta, but at the end of the day, you don't want to jump on a guy and make yourself look bad. And that's what a lot of these guys are saying now about these youngsters. Mm-hmm. They don't have no respect. And I really wanted people to really know what Kunta held himself back from jumping on Gumby, because it could have been a melee, and it could have been the same situation of what happened to Tupac. And I know a lot of people always say what they would have done if they was there. They wasn't there. Kunta was there. You know, they say dude had a knife. Dude had a backup with him. And I think he really handled himself as a young, middle-aged gangbanger. You know what I'm saying? Because I just didn't want him
They saying that Gumby pulled a blade out on Kunta or had blade on Kunta. Got it.
to put his hands on somebody, because once you put your hands on somebody, it's all on. The other things can happen. And when you got guys that came there that stopped in the kitchen before he came into the interview, what they have in the kitchen? They got knives in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Dude and already, known for certain things. And he didn't come exactly in there. Didn't nobody get searched. That's just like if a crip and the blood get into it in the joint, I'ma search him. Didn't nobody search that guy. He came late. He came, stopped in the kitchen. He didn't come directly in there. Them guys already in there. So it was a disadvantage. You know what I'm saying? I see dudes want to fight dudes. They 250 pounds, but everybody you fight is under 200. That's not even.
Right.
Just like this match with Tank and them finna fight with the brother Paul them. That fight is not. It's not cool because the weight difference. You see what I'm saying? And Kunta had a lot of things on his side, but I'm not gonna go to no knife fight with no fist, my nigga. I'm not gonna go to no gunfight with no knife.
Right.
And I think Kunta went in there.
No, you can't go to a knife fight with a fish. You can't go to a gunfight with a knife.
With just these, these can handle it. I done seen dudes fight dudes with knife, but it's not.
If you got hit,
It's not preferred.
That ain't you. That's one of my mans. You know what I'm saying? He a Crip. And anytime I seen dudes, try to get out on Crips, it just don't last. I just seen it all over, And what they tried to do, or whoever happened, it happened, and now I got Kunta back in Texas.
Right.
See, he ain't in Vegas no more. See, he's back at home.
Right.
And he can do what he want to do, say what he want to say, and he can tell how he felt that day.
He definitely doing that. He definitely saying.
All right, so yes.
Yeah, man. So it's a whole lot of flammies, skullduggery, and larceny going on in that situation. And it just seemed like maybe Kunta was there for conversation, whereas Gumby was there more on the flam.
Today, when this interview was first being conducted, you know what I'm saying? Shout out OG LA Ron. Fish, he
Big shout out to OG LA Ron.
had sent me this segment while it was still being live in production, you know what I'm saying? So, I watched about a good 15, 20 minutes of it live, then I exit out of it and told myself I'd come back to it tomorrow and further pick up. Now, something real interesting that Fish said to me was when asked, hey, Gumby says you in Hoover business, you need to stay out of Hoover business. You had no business, telling them dudes anything. You're a sworn enemy of the Hoovers, you know what I'm saying? So how could you even speak or let these people know anything? Stay in East Coast business. So Fish answered back, and I swear I didn't see this answer coming and didn't expect this answer. Fish said, man, hey, look, those guys are Crips, and I'm in Crip business. It seemed like he really didn't care about Gumby talking about Hoover business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he really didn't, because he's saying, I get what you're saying if we was in LA, but in Texas, that's Hoover business. And let's keep in mind that this whole conversation, this whole situation did take place in Texas.
Now, in southern Los Angeles, down here in LA, of course, you will know better not to get in another hood business. Definitely somebody that's a sworn enemy. But out of town, it's different because a lot of Crips don't even beef with each other. They beef on Crip time. And they beef for Bloods and GDs and, Vice Lords or whatever the case may do, whoever they beefing with in the town. But a lot of beefs that go on down here in LA is not being had out of town. Those hoods are cool, you know what I'm saying, and keep everything on the blue as far as Crippin' go. Now, Fish hit him with like some federal stuff, because that's like a federal term. But I can't see the light of what Fish is speaking as far as out of town. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I was kind of confused when Fish was like, hey, those dudes was in our business.
Yeah, so when he say those dudes is in our business, he's saying because y'all not Crips, y'all criminals. So since y'all niggas is not even Crips, y'all criminals, you technically stepping into Crip business, because by way of Fort Worth, Texas, the Hoovers out there are by default Crips. It's a tricky situation.
Raymond, Washington, you feel me? Like, Crip came by way of the East. You know what I'm saying? The dudes joined on, and you already know, y'all know the story with Tookie. A lot of people throw Tookie out there, but we can't throw Tookie out there without speaking Sweetback name, or whatever the case. But that was a cold answer right there. That was a cold, calculating answer that Fish came with. Like, look, man, I'm in Crip business. And for real, you can't even blame Fish for like coming to their aid and giving them the proper game on cripping. You know what I'm saying? Because he could have just right out turned them dudes East Coast, and they have East Coasters in Texas. So being that these dudes look up to him, he a big bro, it just would have been easier for him to be like, hey man, let's just come home to the East Coasters, bro, and I'm gonna give y'all all the ism y'all want in or need. But Fish kept it on Crip time and gave these dudes some instrumental information. You know what I'm saying? Now, only thing he didn't, because he probably really didn't see a problem with it, was tell them dudes that Fadoos Hoovers was gangster Crips and not Crip gangs. But all in all, at the end of the day, it seemed like that's all what matters. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they got their origins off of cripping, but they was pressing Hoover. You know what I'm saying? So just with these situations, if somebody from Hoover, you know what I'm saying, would have went back out there a long time ago, they probably could have been corrected this if they feel like it's a mistake. Now, however, I'm also like starting to sort out through what's being said that it was a problem down there with Kunta and Gumby. Now, we seen what we seen on camera. They was getting kind of hostile on camera. Both of them was
I can imagine they hit a situation off camera for sure.
At one time or another, let me speak, or let me speak, I just let you speak, you ain't let me speak. And, you know, you thought it would have kind of blew up in there. But as I can say and see, Kunta was holding himself back. He was holding himself back because it was a few situations to where, you know, Gumby overplayed himself or overinserted himself with his aggressive that would have made you hop. You know what I'm saying? But as they saying, I don't know who had what, but y'all hear OG LA Ron say something about a knife being in the room and stuff like that, and you know about he ain't about to fight nobody that got a knife, and you know he ain't about to bring no knife to no gunfight, you know. And some people feeling different about these things. Some people is on full crash out mode, don't care, you know what I'm saying? They got a point to prove, and they'll die over this point, you know what I'm saying? And you know, the people who got the minds to think and who's trying to last, you know what I'm saying, out here and have longevity, you know what I'm saying, they gonna always think and make the best decision, you know what I'm saying, for themselves. Wow. Now, however, so yeah, we could basically say that Kunta and Gumby got into it, but I guess in Fish mind, his whole thing was getting Kunta back safe, being that he sent him down there to Vegas. Y'all know Vegas next door to LA's the backyard, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, ain't no...
No, that definitely makes sense. Fish want to make sure his homie get back in one piece the same way he sent him off.
Who Gumby was down there with, who Gumby brought with him, and how things could have turned out. But we definitely see it was hostile, and, you know, basically, it don't seem like all this talking is just basically coming on the internet, basically putting the police into politics, putting the rest of the world who don't know the politics in the politics, you know what I'm saying, when y'all supposed to be trying to clean something up. Now, this is the type of stuff that is just content. And, you know, politics, these type of politics shouldn't be content, definitely if anything good isn't coming from it. Now, if y'all get to the positivity and what was trying to be made and maintained.
All right, man, we about to the next one. Y'all know the deal's right down to the left. Y'all know the rest is free. I've been doing usually it's free. We gone.
Wait. 60 bands on my name.
How many shots to the center of a freak, nigga? 3 in his ass, lick his stomach, smell his pink, nigga. They throwing shots, time to see if them pussy niggas can take it. The nigga whack is a snitch and the jolly niggas a rapist. See, Lush was on to something, tried to act like it was nothing. Said you ain't know that freaky ass taker you was frontin'. Munchie ain't fucking with you and Spider-Loc ain't gon' save you. If you wanted, you gon' take it. Stop the freaky ass behaviors. Let's get straight to the point, see, we ain't gotta wait for later. Nigga with your last name kidnapped that girl before he raped her. Said the moms of gang members don't deserve no piece of prayers. When General butt naked, the kid Tesher is your savior. You ain't gotta stall me out, cause I ain't asking for no favors. Get it cracking right now, we ain't gotta wait for later. Walked into your own building, heard my voice and then you ducked away. Was humble like a bitch, cause you a hoe, stay in your fucking place. That nigga whack and slut and pathetic, Flacco's a fucking lame. Whack ain't come outside because he hiding from his fucking gang. Talking like you tough when niggas spitting in your fucking face. T-Row didn't quit, we wouldn't even know your fucking name. Whack in front of Adam, but Adam is how he do you. See, Flacco lied on me and then Whack told me to sue you. Treated Whack like a bitch, you should've seen it, it was beautiful. Now every single week that nigga jolly on my pupil. Is it Fred or is it Frederick? Is it Dave or is it David? All thighs on me. Flock a belly, now you famous. Type of creep nigga is you. How are you and Dave related? Nigga, no means no. You should've told him not to take it. I'm really in the field, you niggas stuck inside the matrix. From BET to the Knicks, down in Compton where your face is. That nigga real jolly got some freaky ass cases. Tryna fake fight Lush cause Adam wanted you to face. You wanna be like academics, making videos like point and shoot. You and Dave the same ass lane. We know the fucking truth. Brick ain't say this shit is a play, cause he don't fuck with you. He not gon' get involved when them real shooters come for you. If you grew up in the land, them thirsties, they would've humbled you. Grew up with them lions, I promise they would've hunted you. I get disrespectful, the next time I'ma punish you. You dirty fat bitch, I swear to God I see the bum in you. Niggas say they shooters till it's time to bring them guns out. Lose can't read and Whack lost his wife to Clubhouse. Treat Whack like a bitch, mark him out before he snitch again. Flocko, when I see you, I'ma show you the type of bitch you is. Niggas say they see me, they pullin' blick out. I promise that this Glock can make you sit down. Drum with a cooler, one for you, one for your brother. Wrap the string around the mop, sound like your dumbass when you stutter. Swear to God, nigga.
Wait, bro, wait. Again, wait though. Just right, Joe, bro. Wait though, right? I do want to